Hey guys, it's Young Wealth. Now today we must speak about LCS. I want to speak about something that could be bad for people that expect a pump in the short term. It could be bad for people that expect to see LCS do some X's overnight. Now the reason I'm saying it is because at the end of the day, if we just look at Bitcoin for a second and we look at the markets, damn near everything is red. If you look at the past 7 days, everything is down. There's not a lot of things that are up. We can see Tron's up 5%. By the end of the day, majority of coins are down, right? And I do believe we haven't seen the end of the dip. Like, I do believe we can dip further and further. Like, there's no reason why we cannot actually touch the 50k range. And we know that LCX tends to actually lag behind Bitcoin. Like, I'm gonna be real, like at one point I thought, you know what, sometimes when Bitcoin's dumping, LCX don't dump with it, LCX don't crash or like dip with it, right? But then I realized like it will take like a few weeks or days afterwards for it to lag behind and eventually follow what Bitcoin does. Like, every coin in the market really does follow Bitcoin. So I do feel like if Bitcoin keeps going low, which it probably most likely will, because we have no more big news and we have to look at the economy for a second. The economy is not the best, it's not the healthiest. So it's to the point where like we have to think about these things, because the economy does control the markets. Like, if the S&P 500 is up, the stock market's up, then most likely crypto and Bitcoin is going to be up also, right? But like, it's to the point where I do believe that if we can continue to reach this downside action where Bitcoin is making lower lows and lower highs, right, we can see LCX hit like a 20-cent range. And I was calling for 40-cent, but I don't know. I feel like LCX is strong enough to hold past the 20-cent range. I feel like the bottom could be 20 cents, but I will be having a lot of buy alerts at 20 cents just in case we hit those targets. Now, there's been a lot of people in my comments that, not a lot, but there's been people in my comments saying in my live streams that said, yeah, LCS, I think it will go to 12 to 15 cents. But in my humble opinion, I feel like 12 to 15 cents is a bit of a drag. I feel like there will be a lot of demand at those ranges there. So for us to actually hit 12 to 15 cents, I don't think we're gonna do it unless Bitcoin, as I said once again, takes a major crash. Now, as you can see, when we look at the fear and greed index, right, when we look at the fear and greed index, we can see that we are actually on the downside. Okay, we are actually decreasing the fear and greed index. The greed is starting to increase. I mean, the fear is starting to increase and the greed is starting to decrease. Okay, so it's to the point where like at one point this was all the way at 89, extreme greed 89. Now we're neutral. Okay, now we're at 51, so it's dropped considerably very quickly. So it's to the point where that's kind of scary to think like just in like less than a month we went from extreme greed to damn near neutral now. So it's to the point where you have to bear these things in mind. That I would tell you guys, as I always tell you guys, not financial advice, but work as hard as possible to get as much money possible, because these dips we're about to see when it comes to LCX, when it comes to stuff like QNC, other coins, these dips we're about to get, it's about to be very, very tasty. And I know that these dips are gonna actually create and produce millionaires if they're smart with their investment time and investment bag. I mean, if they're smart with their investment bag, this dip right here is gonna produce millionaires, because not only is this gonna be a big dip, but it's gonna be a dip that lasts for months. So we all have a chance to capitalize off this dip. So I do believe like, yo, if this dip decides to consolidate for like 6 to 8 months, then we have so much chances and so much opportunity to actually produce millions in this bear market, because at the end of the day, I do believe we can head back to a bear market, because we did have a little bull market, but it's to the point where I feel like things were overextended, and at the end of the day, the catalyst we was using was the Bitcoin halving and the Bitcoin ETF. Now that's old news, okay? Now we need to hear the next news. We need to hear the next whale buying Bitcoin or whatever, because we need to hear the next company buying Bitcoin. But until things get better in the economy, I do feel like we can actually see this bull run not ever come back till 2025. That's just my humble opinion. We could see this bull market actually not take place until 2025. That's just how I'm thinking with it, because at the end of the day, like, I know like even in 2020, like things didn't really start to heat up until 2021. Like 2021, things went things went really good. Things went really, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Euphoric. Okay, things went really euphoric, but I do believe like we can have another like 6-7 months of waiting. That is the reason why I will be working hard as possible to get as much money possible, because I really want to make this a thing where like I invest and I multiply my money and help people around me. Repeat, I invest, multiply my money and help people around me, right? Because it's to the point where we can all do it. And I do believe like when LCX decides to get to that bottom of like 21 cents, 20 cents, I'll be buying a boatload. I will have to buy a boatload, because as we can see on the monthly, right? On the monthly, we are actually on a downtrend. We are down 22%, which is a lot if you ask me. On the 7-day, we are still down, but on the monthly, I do believe we have a bit more downwards action to see. We have support at around 27 cents. But I do believe if we break the support of 27 cents, we can actually have a free fall and bounce all the way to 20 cents. Now, I do believe 20 cents is a good price target to actually get in if you're trying to buy LCS right now. Even this is a good price target, because I do believe like LCS will hit like $2 to $3 in the next bull run, if not more than that. So it's to the point where like these are all good entries, not financial advice, but it's to the point where it could go lower than this, and I do believe it will go lower than this. That's the reason why I'm waiting on the sidelines for another dip. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was actually Young Wealth making another one. I want to say shout out to everyone watching these videos. If you enjoy what I do over here on these videos, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also turn on post notification bells. With that being said, it was Young Wealth, and I also have a Discord. You want to be part of my Discord, join the Patreon, link in the description, right? Repeat, if you want to be part of my Discord, join the Patreon, link in the description. With that being said, it was Young Wealth, and I'm signing out with another video. Peace.